All right, this one is going to be pretty scuffed, because I'm pretty much already in the thick of things. Hi, what's up, guys? For me, it's Sue again. Um, the episode is here. Very nice. I'm back home as well. As you can see, everything is looking pretty scuffed. I haven't done combed my hair. I haven't done anything I meant to do, and there's oil all over my shirt, and I'm pretty sweaty right now. But all is well, because the episode is here. I've already gone ahead and watched the analysis segments. No offense, I don't really care for them at all. I'm kind of busy, which is why I wanted to just get the fight animation in for the actual reaction part. Both of the analyses were pretty standard, if not, I would say slightly below. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just like general fatigue and stuff, but I didn't really end up enjoying any of them at all. But yeah. Uh, I guess we can do this now. Just gotta test this and see if this works. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm not even sure if the mic is muted or not because the audio mixer thing. Ah, who cares? Who cares? I didn't want to record my actual reaction to the episode because I didn't want to mess up the audio, but I think that was one of my favorite animations this year. Possibly rank it third. And well, there's only four animations, so that feels a bit bad. But man, that was a banger. Let me list out the parts that I like. No offense to Luis, I think his voice acting was a bit iffy, but I really liked his delivery when they were launching the actual slingshot. I think I would have loved for them to use way more of the abilities that they do have. Gru got in some decent offense. Megamind didn't, which is kind of unfortunate. He only really used the gun, the gray and the trying to remember, and the gun, the ray, the D gun, the death ray, and the his boots. I guess he didn't even use any like go bots, or I guess he also used the brain bots and stuff. But like, yeah, I just think Megamind didn't use nearly enough stuff, which is weird because the entire point of this episode is look at how wacky these guys' weaponry is. It's kind of unfortunate that you didn't get to see my actual reaction, but I thought this episode was pretty funny. Otherwise, I actually really enjoyed the writing of the episode. I really enjoyed the dialogue. It was like written perfectly. Everyone was really in character. The deaf poor Megamind over here was also pretty nice. Kind of unexpected and almost anticlimactic. I really liked it. Otherwise though. Um, yeah, pretty decent episode. We're going to go ahead and watch the end analysis now, and you see me again right before they review the next time. I sure hope it isn't, I don't know, like a Chainsaw Man episode or something. I don't really want like I do know that it's going to be an anime thing. I know my brother who has already watched this episode said that it's going to be an anime thing. Uh, I just hope it's not a shonen thing. I have a very, very, very strong feeling that it's a Chainsaw Man thing, and that's pretty scary. But we'll get there. I'll tell you how the end analysis went as well. That was pretty decent. That was pretty decent. Yeah. I don't know about the minion category being a tie. Uh, I think that was pretty bogus, if you ask me. Uh, Apart from that, I think that was pretty decent. I like that they specified that the reason why uh my goat over here wins is because he's just more pragmatic. I love me my pragmatic characters. I love me my Kazuma Saito and stuff like that. Guru is pragmatic. Guru is going to shoot you in the face, no questions asked. So it makes sense that he's going to. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense that he's going to just kill you first. That's just how. I wonder if my microphone has been muted this entire time. That would be so unfortunate. But yeah, Gru Gru is much more likely to actually kill. So it makes sense that he would win. Uh, and the calcs were like surprisingly low, I guess. Uh, I do think Arsenal should have also gone to Megamind as well. But apart from that, yeah, I think this was a good episode. I guess we can get a bit more after I see the next time right here. This one, I think, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing more reaction videos like this because I feel I feel kind of somehow, just reacting to the entire vid. It makes me feel like I'm just stealing content. I don't really like doing that. So but I am going to steal this next time reaction. Kazuma versus Subaru. Kazuma versus Subaru. I'm willing it into existence. Give me Kazuma versus Subaru. Please. Please. I swear to God, if it's Chainsaw Man. Let's see.
Screw. Next time on Death Battle.
Oh, it looks like the next time is going to be Denji versus Yuji Itadori. Chainsaw Man versus Jujutsu Kaisen. That's right, the two main characters from the most iconic modern shonen. Why did I say shonen? In modern history, excluding Izuku Midoriya, of course, with the sole exception of Izuku Midoriya. I think this is a pretty bad choice. Unfortunately, I feel like we could have waited an entire year without bringing back Chainsaw Man characters again. To be honest with you, I feel like we could have. We maybe not we. I could have waited an entire year without Yuji versus Denji again. Me, yes, me. I could have waited. And I don't know. Like it's obviously going to be a fantastic episode. I mean, it's Yuji versus Denji. If they don't get this one right, if this one ends up like a pretty decent to good-ish episode, like Bakugo versus Gracie, I think Death Battle is going to be in a bit of a rut. Yeah, because I mean this in the kindest way possible. But this season, compared to last season, hasn't been as good, to be honest with you. I think only one episode, in my opinion, would break into that top, maybe even top seven. Last season was just a bit too good, but this season just feels like pretty lackluster in comparison. I don't mean to sound too harsh and stuff. I know nobody is actually going to watch these things, but I don't know. YouTube versus Denji. We might as well finish the trailer while we're at it.
Subscribe and join as a member.
Yeah, that's why it's UG versus Denji, right? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like we could have waited, you know? I just feel like we didn't need this yet because again we just got Lazy Bakugo 1 episode ago. I feel like that was I feel like that was enough Chainsaw Man for the entire year. It's certainly enough MHA for the next 2 years. But hey, I'm sure it's going to be good. Like I said, if it isn't good, then Death Battle is in a bit of a rut. So I'm sure it's going to be not just good, but pretty damn good. But I do think Death Battle is going to need a bit more variety. I wouldn't want them to burn out all of their very good anime matchups. I know it seems kind of impossible in concept to burn out on matchups. I mean, new Death Battle matchups are created every day on the Death Battle matchups subreddit. It's pretty impossible to run out of them, but it's very possible to run out of heavy hitter matchups like this. Again, I personally would have simply saved this for next year. It's kind of a baffling decision, to be honest. It's baffling in the same way that they just did Deku versus Miles in the middle of last year, rather than just waiting um, for the finale to roll around to gain like maximum relevancy. And then again, that Death Battle did help kickstart what was the renaissance for My Hero Academia. So who knows? Either way, I can't say I'm too excited, to be honest with you. And I do feel kind of bad about that. Uh, but I just I just I just I'm not that excited. That's about it really. It's going to be a good episode. I would hope. At this point I keep on saying it's going to be a good episode, but the past 2 episodes, including this one, have been pretty goodish. The analysis here were pretty okay at best, if you ask me. The fight animation, I really loved that, and the end analysis was all right-ish. Um, I put this like a tier above Bakugo Base, but I would think with the way that modern Death Battle is, that would be far easier to do and stuff like that. In general, in total, it was a decent episode. I mean, let me not act too much like a negative Nancy. It was fine. It was fine. I love Megamind. I love Gru. You love Megamind. You love Gru. And I'm happy Gru won. I love it when the person I'm rooting wins. I didn't actually think he would win because even though I fully believed he would win, I also thought Megamind's argument sounded better to like the casual viewer. But I'm glad the party went with what is, in my opinion, the right choice for the winner here. In terms of my predictions for Yuji versus Denji, uh, I feel very indifferent about both of these characters. I'm not a very big fan of Chainsaw Man, unfortunately. JJK, I'm a bit iffy on, but I guess I do like it a bit better. So I guess I would say I'll be rooting Yuji. Debate-wise, I think UG probably also wins barely. It's super flippy. It's one of the most debatable matchups that you could possibly ask for. Everything is interpretation heavy. It demands you to include or exclude a bunch of feats and stuff. So who knows, honestly? I don't even think I could make like a solid decision right here, right now, because both of them have so much going for them, especially with both series now ending. UG getting this massive buff at the end of the series. Um, I do think I'm going to try and lock in a UG victory because I like him more. You know how it be. But in general, I do think Denji's arguments actually sound a tad bit more convincing most of the time. I find it very easy to ignore all of that because I like Eugene more. Regardless, yeah, I guess the next video I will record will probably be like I haven't done a winter 2026 video, have I? That's unfortunate. I'll definitely get on that. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm done with all of the shows except for like Freeren and MHA Vigilantes. So I'll try and finish those and then I'll record the video and then no one will watch it as per usual. Okay, we're done here. Goodbye. Love you.